Alrighty, well hey there nerds, I hope you're doing well, and let me just say, I'm extremely tired, so if I seem a little bit loopy or just well tired in this video, apologies. But let's take a look at character stats, let's take a look at what's going on, and that new free bunny that you're going to be getting, who I can't use her damage dart in a video, because that will probably get it flagged. Alright, special thanks to our data miners as always, check them out in the description below. Let's take a look at our new character, shall we? Now, the one thing I will say when it comes to, these characters here, I'm actually a lot more interested in Paula just because of how her stat line went a little bit better than what I thought it was going to end up being. 37 attack, 34 speed, a very unique character typing, unit typing, with a red throwing unit as well as a flying unit. Her weapon's also very interesting as well. We'll have to just kind of mess around with that. But honestly, not a bad lineup for that. Of course, don't let her get hit by any sort of melee unit. It's not like, she's going to be able to take that. 17 defense is not taking her anywhere. But all in all, as a unit, Paula seems really solid. So does Marissa. But the thing is, Marissa actually has quite a lot of speed, but from what I have at least seen, if you actually happen to get a super boon, a super asset or whatever you want to really call it. God, it feels like I'm selling something. You just you're going to get 42 speed, which is pretty high. And also, really quite nice for her. She won't be able to at least, hopefully, be doubled by a lot of units. 33 attack is a bit on the low side, but 42 HP, that's fairly high as well. 28 defense and 21 res is not exactly amazing, but it's a decent stat spread for her. More on the defensive side, at least. It's a pretty good stat spread, at least for an offensive lancer, which is what Marissa seems to be. Just remember that her lance also will give her 2 to every stat, as long as the enemy has full health. So, I guess you could just add a little bit more to that. Now, Bruno is the character I am the most concerned with, but also I don't know. His stat line is very odd, and for those who are wondering, yes, he does get ripped, or at least he does show off his ripped muscles when he gets hurt, just like his original, form, I guess. I guess it's a tradition at this point, but anyways. His attack is 30, but reminder, he is a Cavalier ranged unit, so he's going to have a little bit more on the weak side when it comes to that. But all in all, that 24 speed is not too great. The one thing that I'm just kind of confused by is that usually when it comes to staff units, they do not have any sort of defense, at least in this, and yet he can manage to rock a 35 defense while also somehow having 30 attack. It's a miracle in modern man. Anyways, 41 HP as well, so you can kind of see where everything went. See, the thing is, I don't really think this matters too much on a unit like him. Reminder, he does have attack, defense, push, as well as a weapon that will push that even further, so yeah, he's going to be able to have a lot of defense. I guess that kind of makes much more sense there. So, goodness gracious me, that speed's a little bit harmful, at least to me, but I guess the true, problem there is probably dealing with dragons or mage units. What? Just a little bit odd. But he should be at least a decent staff cavalier, and let's just face it, Razzle Dazzle is, a thing that is going to exist forever and always, even with counters, so therefore, making him into that is not a bad idea either. Now, let's move on to characters like Veronica, who is a bunny, as she said. Well, can't really fault her stat lineup at all. See, the thing is, when it comes to green tome flyers, especially, it seems that seasonal units oftentimes end up being this, and it's a very odd choice. We've had Camilla, we've had, God, I'm trying to think of her name, Soniki, there we go, and now we have Veronica, and, well, she has an attacking, lineup of stats at least. She has great attack and speed, not so great defenses, at least when it comes to defense, but she does have quite a bit of HP considering she is a tomed unit. A tomed unit at 38. It's a little bit on the higher side, I guess, in that regard, but, it's a typical flying unit. Tome flying unit. She should do very well with any flyer team. That's all I gotta say. Alright, now let's move on to Loki, who is a character that I just... Oh Oh my goodness. I'm very happy that we're getting this unit type, and of course it would be Loki when it comes to the free unit you're going to get. Alright, so I guess we have to talk about what she has naturally and what you're going to be getting in the form of abilities. So let's talk about abilities first. So her bow is actually like Marissa's weapon. It's called Beguiling Bow, and it gives her 2 stats as long as the enemy is at 100% health. Okay, that's pretty cool, I think. At least I'm hoping it is. At least useful. Then, of course, we also have Flyer Formation at 4 stars, which that's really awesome. And then also Goad Flyers. So what I'm trying to say here is it seems that IS really wants you to make a Flyers team, or at least Flyer Emblem. I mean, really makes you want to go for it. Not only that, but of course, when it comes to Loki as a character with her stats, yeah, she has a decent enough lineup now. Let me just say that if you manage to, if you happen to have like Bo Hinoka or Summer Takumi, I believe those are the only other 2 colorless bow flying units. God, trying to say all this. I'm pretty sure they're at least somewhat better, but Loki is a great alternative to this, and, 31 attack is a little bit on the low side for me, still fairly decent, but 34 speed is a nice advantage at least. I was worried that she wouldn't have any speed at all or something like that, but, well, I mean, it's a decent enough free unit. I'm not really going to complain there. She seems like a fun one. Just don't show her battle damaged art. Holy crap, that will get so many people in trouble. Really gonna be scared using her in any of these videos. Alright, well, yeah. Honestly, I would say that this banner is not, it's actually following kind of just a tradition of not being too terribly overpowered. I'm hoping that this will, we'll have to see what's gonna happen next, but should be a fun variety of units. It's nothing too overpowered that you absolutely need, which is a lot more fun to me. Except that one B skill that's somehow stuck in seasonal unit. Let's see. I'm going to bed. Good night, guys. Have decent pulls, okay? See you soon.